Come, let's talk. Today we're talking about the heart. The Bible tells us in Jeremiah 17 verse 9 that the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? So this is basically God telling us that, listen here, your hearts are filthy, right? We are guaranteed that we have filthy hearts. However, in Proverbs chapter 4 verse 23, he tells us that we should keep our hearts with all diligence, because out of it flows the issues of life. Now, the Hebrew definition of keep is to watch, to guard with fidelity, to observe, or to be a watchman. Now, what does a guard do? A guard watches over property, right? They ensure that what is on the inside is kept safe and it is kept well. Now, the question arises, what is it that is in our hearts that we are guarding? Is it anger? Is it jealousy, covetousness, hatred? What is it in our hearts that we are guarding that is not supposed to be there, right? Envy, comparison to other people on social media, our neighbors, our friends, what is it that is in your heart? So it always starts with getting rid of the things that are in our hearts that are not supposed to be there. And then we fill up our hearts with what is supposed to be there, and then we guard it, right? Ensuring that nothing filthy comes in. And one of the reasons why we are able to consciously make bad decisions or do bad things is because the heart is wicked. That is what it is. The heart is wicked. And so our heart always needs to go through a transformation, and it needs to go through a renewal in order for us to be the people we are supposed to be, in order for us to be carrying around the heart, pure, clean, holy heart that we're supposed to be carrying around. And so it needs to go through a working. Now, one of the ways that we can do this, Songs of Solomon tells us in 2:15 says, take us the foxes, the little foxes that spoil the vines. Our vines have tender grapes. Now, these are those issues that are seemingly small or insignificant that we don't think would ever, cause issues. It always starts there, the little things. You looking at someone like, she thinks she's better than me. He thinks he's better than me. Oh, I wish I had that wig. Oh my God, I wish I could have everything in her makeup routine. Oh, I wish I drove that car. It starts with the little things, the things that seem small and insignificant, right? So we have to take care of the little foxes that defile the vineyard, right? And the Bible tells us in Luke 6:45, a good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good. And an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is wicked, or which is evil. For from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So whatever comes out of your mouth, it came from here first. It was maybe lodged somewhere in your subconscious, but for it to come to the surface, it had to be then here and then here, right? And now, the Bible tells us, for where your treasure is, that's where your heart is. And it brings us back to the point, where is my heart? When you are helping a friend, when you are helping family, is your heart in the right place, right? Or are you helping because you're thinking tomorrow they should help me too? Are you helping because you think there are going to be benefits or things that will somehow bring you some kind of reward? Where your treasure is, that's where your heart is. And if your heart is in the wrong place, I can assure you dissatisfaction in life, because you will always be seeking to find where there is a reward, where there is satisfaction, where there is some kind of outcome that suits you, right? And so that's an issue that we need to work on. And now, Hebrews chapter 12 verse 1 tells us, wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with great cloud of witnesses, lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us. Let us run the race that is before us. So your heart is the most powerful instrument, and it is also a determinant for worship or for evil, for good or for bad. And so when you do whatever it is that you do, ensure that it is coming from the heart. If you are going to be an evil person, do it with all your heart. But if you're going to be a good person, if you're going to be obedient, if you're going to be kind, if you're going to be loving, if you're going to be gentle, if you're going to be resourceful, do it with all your heart. I'm telling you, because the reward of life, I believe, doesn't come from what we do out of our convenience or out of what we think is good for us, but it comes when we've really put our heart into it. And so, with that said, I love you.